Okay, well, today's project is going to be sway bar links front for a 99 Suburban. We could call this the money pit, but what I went with here was the AC Delco Professional. Now they usually make two kinds of like steering and suspension parts. One's Professional and one's Advantage. It's a little bit cheaper. I got this one here for the 99 on Amazon, and what you're gonna get is you get 2 nuts, 2 sleeves, 8 washers, 2 bolts, and 8 bushings. If you can get yours off, I mean, it should only be like a 14 deep socket and a 14 wrench for the top to hold the bolt. But what I'm gonna try is just sawzawing the old one off, and I'll kind of show you that. So there's these caps, and they go right there, and up in there, which I don't know if you can see it, there's the end of the threaded rod. And then if you look right here, where that plastic is kind of worn off, that's your sway bar link and bushings right there. So what I'm thinking, I'm just gonna cut through that with the Sawzall. So let's give that a shot, and then I'll put it on time lapse and we'll see how it goes. So what I ended up doing here is just putting the bolt in upside down from the way that it was before. The threads were down here and the nut was up here. I think that did 2 things. Basically, you have the upper control arm, you know, space is only that much, and with the cap down here you could probably protect the threads a little bit from getting rusty. First thing, I could not get the bolt to come in from the top because the upper control arm was you know, right in the way of getting it. And so I thought, well, if the only thing this is doing is just protecting the threads, and I had to cut the thing out anyway, I might as well just put it in upside down, you know, because it's going to work the same either way. So I put it in upside down. But now here's the next problem, is that the threads aren't sticking up at the top. So I have to compress it to get a few threads started. So what I decided to do is I took this vise, this clamp, basically, C-clamp, and I notched it out so that I could put it around and compress the lower part. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set this up in here and compress it and see if I can get a couple of threads started, and then I'll show you how that goes. Alright, so you can see I got the C-clamp in there and kind of compressing the lower 2 bushings, which gives me enough threads to get this started at the top. And basically I just have to take this back off and compress it a little bit, and it's done. And if you have a little bit too much threads, I'm gonna tighten it up, and if I see the top of that threads rubbing on the upper control arm, I'm just gonna cut the top of that the threads off. You know, it's a lock nut and it's not gonna back off, and even if it did, it's this sway bar link isn't, you know, that important.
Thanks for watching my video. Check out some of my other videos. Subscribe, like, hit that notification. Catch you on the next one. Thank you.